I need your help. There's a great deal of history that you should know, but I'm afraid that I must continue my writing. Here. Most of what you'll need to know is in there. Keep it well hidden. For reasons you'll discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out. But I can give you this. It appears to be a linking book, back here to Dunny. But it's actually a one-man prison. You'll need it, I'm afraid, to capture Gan. Once you've found Catherine, signal me, and I'll come with a linking book to bring us back. There's also a chance, if this all goes well, that I might be able to get you back to the place that you came from.
Jo? Ferdigaje. Kajtaware po. Modugo wipomen po. Tagema. Rekoa. Tagema musu rekoa. Wisirapo. Wisirapo. Mutika bukuwa nai. Wisirapo. Mutika bukuwa nai. Bukuan ay. Sirap. Bukuan ay. Bukuan. Bukuan ay. Bukuan ay.
Welcome back. That was quite an intro. Where to begin? So we have a prison book we have to use to capture someone named Gan. And it seems like already off to a great start here. We've become trapped as soon as we link in. but luckily somebody's freed us. However, the first person we interacted with took our book. We do have a book here. It's Atrus's journal. Again, I don't think I'm going to sit here and read all of this. I highly recommend that you do read it for more context of the game. It might help a little bit, more than a little, honestly. But more or less, you learn that Gen is Atrus's father, and he created Riven, and maybe about 30 years ago, he got trapped. Sorry, rather, Atrus trapped Gen on Riven, and somehow, to get back at Atrus, he has captured his wife, Catherine. And so, Atrus has to go rescue her. However, Riven is falling apart. And so he has to continue writing in the descriptive book for Riven to keep it from, I guess collapsing, I guess. I'm not sure the exact terminology. But more or less, that's what you learn from these journal pages here. And so our goal is to basically free Catherine, capture Gen, and then leave. Like in layman's terms. It's pretty much what we have to do. I'm just gonna wander around here a little bit. There's a giant dagger here in the ground. Next to where we were kept a prisoner very briefly. Looks like there's something here in the ground, some kind of metal. It's kind of connected to this. I don't think this does anything. Can't make out anything either. There's some buttons here. Nothing. Can't seem to open this up. Let's just ignore this for now. We'll come back to it later, I guess. You can see there's a pipe that goes into the wall, or the cliff. See, there's the dagger that got jammed into the lever so that it can't be used again, so the prison is forever open. You can also see that we're not on the only island here. There's more than one. There's the guy that took our book. Too bad he can't go down there and get it back. I don't think he has it though. I think in the cutscene the book got taken by the other person. So even regardless of that, I guess there he lays forever. Let's go up this path here. some kind of writing on the wall here, but we can't read it. This is a depiction of Gen. You can see he's writing in the book, and everything he's writing, I guess, comes to life. So it's like the people, the animals, the nature, showing that writing creates life, essentially, is what this picture's depicting. Seems like this is kind of like a religious temple. Yep. So here's Gan again. So here's the people of Riven worshipping him. This is Gen, and this is Atris falling into the Starfisher with a MYST book, and it looks like he's being thrown by Gen, but he's choosing to jump in himself, and I think he destroyed all the other linking books in Riven away, and so this is like the moment when Gen is actually getting trapped on Riven. But the way Gen is portraying it in his temple is the other way around. He's banishing Atris. Here you can see what appear to be like they're called guild masters. You learn that later on. Here you can see the builders, the educators, the maintainers, the surveyors, and the bookmakers. They all kind of, Gen is at the top here, you can see. So they all kind of answer to him, I guess. It's kind of like a, one giant guild. Here you can see the bookmaking process. They cut down the trees. Trees get put into a machine, make like fibers and stuff, I guess. And then get turned into books and paper. And I guess they worship them. That's what it seems to appear like. I think that's it for the Beatles. Yeah. So when we enter the room, you can see that there's a button on the side. I'm not gonna hit it yet. I'm gonna go back out here. Find a gate that we can't seem to open. We also see a dagger down here. Clicking the dagger kind of shows that you can shimmy your way under the gate. There's a little hidden path behind here, and there's a tunnel. You can peer into the room that we were just in. And on the wall here, no, not on this wall. My apologies. So we had to go back. So let's go here. Let's push this once. Okay, you can see through the room, or through this little peephole. I don't think we've arranged it so that we can go through yet, so let's push it again. Another peephole. Another path. Gonna push it again. This is the third time. Reveals a path, but we can't go anywhere. It's another gated door. We go back, push it one more time. We can't really see much in here. Let's try going back out to the gate. See if we can find if this house opened up. Sure enough, it has. One thing I didn't really point out before is the decorations in the room. The pattern on the ground. It's 5 pen tips with a dunny number in the middle. We don't know what the number is yet. We don't even know that's a number yet. That is a number, in fact. It is the number 5. Let's see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 beetles. 5 seems to be kind of a repeating number throughout the entire game. Throughout this entire age. So let's go and see, where was it here? Through this new path here. There's another cave and a pipe with the lever. This icon kind of looks like that machine we saw outside. You can see this is steam powered, coming out of the ground. We're redirecting it to go that way through the pipe to power the machine outside. Again, we can't use that yet. In fact, we won't be using that until the very end of the game. So we see a lever here on the left. Hear some sounds. does that do, I wonder? Well, we can push this button here. Once. I'm stuck on this screen, we just had to wait for the sounds. Okay, and we can see on the second one, it opens up the door, the gated door that we saw earlier. Can't get through the other one though. Let's turn around. Ah, there's another lever. Let's hit that. So you got another button here, I'm gonna push it. Now we're back at the not quite the original rotation, maybe almost. I don't quite remember if this is the original one or not. It might be. So let's rotate it again. Do it 2 more times and the path we saw earlier has now revealed itself. We can go through. There's this giant golden dome. I don't know how well I can see it from here. It doesn't seem like I can look up from here, but it is massive. Let's go inside. This looks like some kind of giant boiler room almost. See, there's different symbols here. I guess one for each pipe. There's a path that way. Can't quite go this way yet. Let's go down here. There's another steam pipe. This icon has a bridge on it. Let's go into this cave, see where this goes. This is another bridge. Let's hit this lever here. Let's look up maybe. Yep, sure enough. Okay. Hit all the levers we can, I think. Let's go back. There's this kind of contraption here, but can't seem to do anything with this. The island almost seems to be connected by a tram system. And also, like I said before, there's multiple islands. There's one here, there's one here. Count at least 3 so far, if you count the one we're on. Well, actually, there's probably 5 if you count the symbols here. Assuming these are islands. Also the love of the number 5. Let's go back. Leave this for now. Come back here later. There's a door with a caged chair inside. Let's go see what this is. So pushing this button seems to lower the cage down. And it also lowers what looks like a microphone. To me at least, that's what it looks like. What does this do? Some kind of humming sound. Maybe it's powering this on? Must be nothing that we can use. However, sitting down in the chair, you can see there's 2 globe-looking things in the corner. Let's go see what this one is. This almost looks like it's underwater, but it's not. It's one of the stops for the tram. Let's go look at the other one. Some kind of temple room. There's also a lever here. The door opens up. Let's go explore a little more. door here at the end of the cave. Giant temple room that we saw in the little video feed thing. See, there's a giant cage. It almost looks like the seat that we were sitting in. I wonder, is that some kind of projection room? Does Gen sit here and people worship him? I can kind of picture that. There's also these giant creatures to the left and right. These statues of them with what look like offerings, like food and like different fruits and vegetables. And wealth as well, if you count the gold and the jewelry and whatnot. So you must worship these creatures in some fashion. Leave the temple. I gotta say, the music in this game, just like the previous one and all the rest, so good, so memorable. I still listen to them like weekly, if not daily. Honestly, I listen to the soundtracks for these games quite often. Kind of ingrained in my life. Okay, so we've come across a button here. I'm gonna push it. Okay, so here's that tram that I was talking about. Let's head on in. Got some rather strange controls here, but I can probably figure this out. Let's see, what does this do? Alright, let's go for a little ride here, shall we? Buckle up. Well, that was pretty fun. I'd say let's go again, but with plenty of opportunities to take that trip, as well as many other ones. So let's keep going. Looks like we've arrived in the middle of a cavern or something. Cliffside. See if we can turn around. Yeah, here. saw a ball or something here. What is this thing? Okay, so we hear a sound, and when we flip this ball over, we also see another symbol. So let's write that symbol down, because we're probably going to need to remember that. And also remember the sound. Let's go up this path here. And also, if you turn around here, whoops, one more time. You can actually see it makes the symbol of a frog. There's the eyeball. It's kind of hinting at what the animal sound is. Again, keep that in mind. We're going to need to know that. There's another button here, but I'm not going to push it because all it would do is call the tram that's already there, so kind of pointless. Okay, now we have a choice of going left or right. Let's go left first. Let's go down these stairs here. What are those? Let's wait a second. So if you take your time and creep up slowly, you get to hear the animal's call. They seem to have swam off the second I walked away. You can actually walk around here. See some more of the beach. There's another outline of another animal. It's like the one that we saw in the temple. These are called warks. It's kind of like a whale shark. Okay, so we get another sound and another symbol. Again, we need to take note of both. It's Dunny number 5, I believe. So let's keep walking around. Maybe we'll find 3 other ones. So I'll take another note here. The animals that were here are called sunners, I believe. I'm not entirely sure if that's correct or not. I think it is. I think if you walk back and leave the area... I'm going to do this quick. And then come back. Do they reappear? Do I have to... Okay, yeah, they're back here. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like when they flee. So they leave without you getting to hear their sounds. Let's continue down this path here. Looks like a tree trunk. It appears that we've been spotted by some kind of sentry or patrol. Some tower guard guy. Coming into this giant lake area as well. Here's a village. If we look down, there's a ladder that we can take. There's also some kind of small pool or something. Some kind of... some round... a bowl of some kind. And inside there's another ball. Yet another sound and yet another symbol. You can also see if there's a little knob or something on the right here. If we touch it, it allows some water to flow in. Sure enough, it forms the shape of the beetle, the sound of the animal. I guess in this case, bug, insect, what have you. Another ladder that goes down. Just look around real quick. Let's see what happens. Go down here. A ladder to a track that we can't access. Okay. So the water seems to be blocked off in these surrounding areas around specific spots in the lake. It's interesting. Let's head back for now. Can't do much here. I'm gonna go up the stairs this time. There's the island we were on with the dome. It's called Dome Island. I think the island we're on right now is called Jungle Island because of the jungle that's here. You can see that a lot of the jungle's been cut down though, because Gen has been cutting them down to make books. And the beetles are the source of the ink for the writing. So that's how the beetles are all tied in together with everything. See, there's an axe here. There's a beetle crawling on the wall here. If we touch it, it brings this little animation up. And the second we move our hand over it, it should fly away. Yep. But that gives you the audible cue if you didn't pick it up before, that the beetle makes that sound. Of course, you'll hear the beetles at other points as well. Let's just keep going for now into the jungle. See, it's a little hard to see, but you can kind of tell that all the bark has been stripped off here. Again, part of the bookmaking process. Go left here instead of right. And it leads us back to the path that we were taking before. Now, if we didn't go back the other way that we had initially gone, where we had gone down the stairs instead of up, that is down the stairs towards the Sunners, and where we got spotted, this would be another point where you'd also get spotted, as well as from, I guess, this direction, right here. Another animation. You'd see a guy up here spinning the thing. So there's a little bit of RNG, you know, when you're playing through the game, determined by what path you take, which is kind of nice. You might not see the same thing twice, essentially, is what I'm getting at. Let's go down this path for now, to some caves. Now this is kind of really hard to see, but at the top there's a bunch of people walking around, hurrying to get into their homes. There's a little child playing at the end of the dock here, and her mother just rushes to get her. Or him. Again, can't really tell what gender. So because of the alert, you know, they're all trying to rush home. Some strangers coming towards them. I mean them no harm, but they don't know that. At the end of the path, there's a ladder that takes us up. Let's go into the village. So here's a small little Easter egg. If you use this knocker 5 times, well, let's see what happens. I guess we're clearly not welcome here. That's fine. I didn't want to talk to you either. Looks like they've retracted the bridge or something that goes to their house. Interesting. So you can't access the rest. There's a path up though, so let's take that. Some strange device here. Let's ignore that for now. Here's another offering thing for the works. Interesting. Maybe they do some kind of sacrificing here? Here they're cooking meat, or maybe this is... That has to be meat. I don't know what else it could be. Okay. Let's pull this lever here. Okay. If we look down, you can see that I actually lowered the contraption down to the ground. And it's actually the spot that we were at before. So now we have to work our way back down to where we were before. I want to say in one of these images, you can still see the car up there. I don't remember which one. Maybe it's not from here. If I could just sit here for hours, I would. I mean, I don't have to because I can just listen to the soundtrack, but like this music, it's just so iconic. I know I keep kind of repeating myself here, but it's just so good. It really sets the mood, and again, you don't get to hear it for so long. So it's either you sit here and listen to it, or you just keep moving on and hear it every now and then, which is fine. There seems to be a bridge up top here. I wonder how to get there. There's also what appears to be some kind of spinning dome. You can barely see it. Maybe we'll get to see it later. Well, that looks pretty evil, doesn't it? So, I guess if they worship them, do they fear them as well? I mean, if they're whale sharks, I'd be pretty afraid of them. I mean, look at this thing. It's pretty imposing. I wonder if it's also perhaps here as a means of warding off anyone from coming across anything. The secret button here on the light here on the right opens up the mouth to the wark, which actually reveals a staircase. Inside we also see another maglev tram button thing. I'm just gonna ignore that again for now. And a lever for what I assume is an elevator. So let's see if we can go up. And here you can see we have a much better view of the jungle from above, and you can see the spinning dome here. We don't seem to be able to do anything with it though. Hold on, there was another path here. Some kind of contraption here that almost looks like a telescope, but it's got a moving part to it. Okay. So this is flickering a bunch of different symbols as this thing spins around. You can see it flickers a very gold symbol at one point. And there's a button here at the top. So it's all about timing right now. You can essentially spam the button if you really want to. And there you go. So we seem to have stopped the dome. We also needed to take note of the the symbol that flickered very briefly. On the dome, the telescope. I don't recall what it was, so that'll be fun later on. And you can see there's some sliders here, and regardless of what you input here, I mean, good luck trying to figure it out. You essentially brute force it or know what the code is. And we will find out what the code is later on, but we don't know it yet. And it looks like there's a book inside. So that might be of value at some point. I don't think we can turn the dome back on. I don't think pushing this button... Oh, it does. Okay. That'd be pretty silly if we couldn't see the icon again. Okay, so it's like an eye with a line through it. I know, how helpful, right? Especially since there's so many successions of it. Okay, so I'm making a note of the symbol and where I found it. So I'm gonna say the jungle, you know, the jungle dome. And again, we can't use it yet. So let's follow this path up here. Okay, so we've come inside this small little hut thing. And there appears to be another chair with some levers. No, this is not my first time playing, but I'm kind of pretending like it is. So we're above the lake now, and you can see we're above that giant triangular thing, cone-shaped thing. Let's pull this right one so it closes the gap between the water and this. So this is actually used as like a gallows, I believe. But luckily it won't be used like that today. Okay, so let's I guess work our way back since there's not a whole lot that we can do here. And it's a little hard to tell, but you can actually move this lever down again. But there's nothing we can do here yet, because... Oh, turn around. There's another tram stop here? Okay. So this is what the button is for then. Well, we'll have to come back here later. Let's go back up one. And then let's open the mouth again, clicking on this lever here. Now let's work our way back towards the jungle area where we were before. It's a nice little jump scare for you. Again, that was another part where you could hear the beetles. I think I go left. Yeah. You can see the path splits off to the left here, towards the axe. Let's keep going this way. There's a hole in the ground. There's a minecart. Let's jump in and hit this lever. I didn't finish doing everything in the lake area, but we'll go back. In fact, maybe I should go back. I feel like that's kind of crucial for learning. I really wanted to take this this minecart ride. It's one of the coolest rides in the entire game, I think. Here we are in Crater Island. Yeah, I think I should probably go back real quick just so that we can learn about the number system real quick. It's a little important. Here you can see where the wood would come down, turns into shavings. I guess it gets taken in here to be turned into, I guess paper of some kind. I don't know. Let's see.